Hey guys, welcome back to Blaymore, the channel where we break down weapons from video games, movies, and real history to uncover the truth behind the myths. If you love iconic guns, gaming weapons, and the real engineering that shaped them, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, because today we're putting one of the most legendary weapons in gaming on trial, the MP5. This is the MP5. In games, it feels like a built-in cheat code. Almost no recoil, insane accuracy, high mobility, and the sense that you can just hold the trigger and erase half the lobby. In most shooters, the MP5 is the symbol of pure aggression. Fast sprint, violent room entry, a short burst to the chest, and the enemy drops, even if armored. Games teach you that the MP5 is a universal solution, equally deadly in tight corridors and mid-range fights. But here's the truth. The real MP5 was designed for a completely different job. It was never meant to dominate open firefights or carry games. It was built as a highly controllable close-quarters weapon, specifically for situations where civilians are nearby, walls are thin, angles are tight, and a single mistake can kill the wrong person. The 9 or 19mm cartridge in full auto isn't about raw damage. It's about control. The MP5's roller-delayed system allows smooth, manageable automatic fire, letting the shooter deliver short, precise bursts exactly where intended. The priority was never maximum lethality. It was keeping every round accountable instead of sending bullets through walls into someone who was never the target. In games, the MP5 often shreds body armor like it doesn't exist. Reality is far less dramatic and far more honest. Modern armor plates can reliably stop standard 9mm rounds, especially at the short distances where the MP5 actually makes sense to use. Yes, there are special loads, odd impact angles, and edge cases. But the fantasy of the MP5 slicing through armored opponents the way it does in games is heavily exaggerated. This isn't a tank killer. It's a precision instrument, chosen when overpenetration is a liability, not an advantage. And don't click away yet, because the real reason most people are wrong about the MP5 is still coming. Another thing games almost always get wrong is distance. In the virtual world, the MP5 stays effective far beyond what would ever be realistic. Games let you beam enemies across long hallways and open areas with laser-like accuracy. In real life, pulling out an MP5 at those distances already puts you at a serious disadvantage against rifle-caliber weapons. The MP5's true comfort zone has always been tight interiors, rooms, stairwells, doorways, narrow corridors, places where engagements happen in seconds, at a few meters, where you pop from cover, fire a controlled burst, and disappear just as fast. It was never meant for open terrain, long-range fights, or battling heavily armored opponents outdoors. There's also a paradox most players never think about. Many assume a submachine gun is automatically safer around hostages than a rifle. In reality, it's more complicated. A 9mm round can ricochet unpredictably off metal, glass, and hard surfaces, turning confined spaces into a dangerous lottery. That's why, in real operations, training and discipline matter far more than the weapon itself. The MP5 doesn't magically make situations safe. It only gives the shooter the tools to control them, if they're skilled enough. So why did the MP5 become a legend? Not because of its stats, but because of an image. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, the world watched elite counter-terrorism units conduct real hostage rescues on live television. Masked operators, precise movements, compact black submachine guns. Those images burned themselves into public memory. Movies picked them up, games copied the movies. And the MP5 became the universal symbol of elite special forces, whether or not it was still the best tool for modern missions. That silhouette carried more weight than any ballistic chart ever could. Today, reality has caught up with the myth. Armor is better. Engagement distances are longer. Barriers are tougher. That's why many units have shifted toward rifle-caliber carbines and modern PDWs that offer better penetration and range. The MP5 hasn't disappeared. It's simply moved into its honest role. A narrow-purpose tool for ultra-close-quarters environments where compactness, control, and precision matter more than power. And this is the real twist. In games, the MP5 represents raw power with zero responsibility. Rush, spray, don't think. In real life, its entire purpose is often the opposite, helping the shooter keep every single round under control, so it doesn't end up where it shouldn't. You could say the MP5 wasn't designed to kill everything around you, but to help avoid killing the people it's meant to protect. Once you understand that, the familiar video game version of the MP5 starts to fall apart. So next time you clutch around with an MP5 in Rainbow Six, Warzone, or Counter-Strike, remember what it was actually built for. If this changed how you see it, drop a like. Comment your favorite MP5 moment from games or movies. And subscribe to Blaymore for more weapons put on trial. Myths, history, and reality. What should we judge next?